Here's a cool one, innovative. I can't see why anyone would be mad at this one. We have a rubber band solution that could reduce plastic bottle waste by 80%. A French-Israeli entrepreneur believes that recycling challenges posed by large quantities of plastic bottles could be significantly, look at that word, ameliorated with a rubber band. So he developed an idea for a bottle that has a rubber band on it, which enables you to crush the plastic bottle really easily on your own. And what this would do is significantly trim down the volume of overall recycling that you have. So there's been an argument recently that recycling is actually not that efficient. And in many cases, these giant trucks driving around to pick up the stuff, and then the gases that they're spewing out, and the fuel that it takes, and the manpower, and that it's actually not all that effective. Particularly with certain materials like plastic. Less so for other stuff like glass and paper. And there's an argument. Now, if you could trim down the volume, the actual size of the majority of recycling, which obviously plastic bottles take up a big portion of it, all of a sudden the math changes. Because for every trip that vehicle has to take to pick up the recycling, the amount that it can fit per trip goes way down. It's carrying a lot of air, essentially, as it drives around with these giant bottles that are probably too stiff and are never. You ever take a bottle, Will, and you just push it down? Have you ever done that before? You can push it. It can get small,
and then you could seal it.
So you just push the air out of it and you seal it, and it takes up way less space, maybe 1/4 the space, something like that. So he wants to make that easier and almost like an automatic thing that people do and assume you would do with a bottle. According to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, there could be more plastic than fish by weight in the ocean by 2050 if current plastic disposal trends continue. In fact, only 14% of the world's masses of plastic packaging materials is collected for recycling. So most of it, it ends up in other places because it's not feasible to collect it all. It's just so much volume. So this rubber band situation, where is it here? Key to the uncomplicated solution is a biodegradable rubber band. So I knew people were going to have that question. What happens to the rubber band? The rubber band itself is biodegradable. It's strapped around a particular part of the bottle, which assists consumers to easily fold their empty bottle and reduce its volume by 80%. So you can see how that works right there. There's a slight little demo. 80% reduction. So now more of it can get collected and dealt with. These type of solutions, Will, where it's like really not that fancy and it seems... Why did nobody do that before? No one has to change their behavior, really. You're not telling anyone they're evil.
Yeah.
You're just saying, oh, here's a cool way to just reduce the volume of recycling by 80%.
And it doesn't change the taste of your sugary drink.
Yeah, it doesn't change your drink at all.
Are they going to be attached to the bottle?
Apparently, yeah. I think what you're looking at there is just sort of a crude demonstration of what they're actually hoping will take place. But yeah, the idea being is to make it a more comfortable task to get your bottle down to its minimal size to increase the effectiveness of the entire recycling infrastructure. So we'll see if it actually rolls out. It would have to be somewhat cost effective, but you can imagine the Coca-Colas of the world creating a marketing campaign around that idea, because now they can say, look, you don't have to feel so guilty with using these bottles and whatever else. And of course, Coca-Cola sells more than Coke. They got water and everything else.